Libra season, and it's VPR Radio. Let's go. How y'all feeling? How you feeling, partner?
We are here. I am feeling great. I'm feeling snug as a bug in a rug. It is the season for me. Okay, VPR. We already have people tuned in early. I appreciate that. Wasted Spade is writing at 11:23 a.m.
Yes,
Can I get the biggest year?
Yeah.
Damn, y'all even have y'all turkey, bacon, egg, and cheese or whatever y'all like before y'all yelling out, yeah. We got to change that. What's going on, Tron Visuals? You've been doing your thing, getting your bookings outside, man. I see you with the photography. People are loving it. Half of TV, shout out to you. A lot of people that's tuned into the VPR brand. I met so many artists over the weekend. Just Sammy, I can't wait to have her on the platform. Her voice is beautiful. She is a songwriter. I'm not sure too familiar where she's from. We're still locking in, but can't wait to bring her on this platform, guys. And when you meet her and see what you can do vocally, you'll be blown away as I was. Kiana, how was your weekend?
My weekend was busy, and then I had some power outages. It was a bit crazy out here. I don't know what the hell was going on. Apparently, an animal got into the electric wires. So this is what happens when you move from the city to the suburbs.
Yeah, moving on up. Yo, I hate being the old guy in the room now. I make references VPR. I forgot to put on my shade VPR. I make references VPR, and when it goes over people's head, I just scratch my head. I'm like, all right, I'll rein it in.
Get that?
I'll rein it in.
Like my kids, you made that up, Mom. That doesn't exist. People don't say that. I'm like, yes, they do. Back in my day, the kids asked me if I had black. If back in my day, it was Technicolor or black and white.
Oh man,
white in general.
when we bring up things existed other than iPods, they're like, "What do you mean things existed other than iPods?"
Oh my
MP3s, cassette tapes, Blu-ray, all them extra things, DVD. What was the other one before that? What was the one before DVD? The Red Ray? What was it?
Floppy disk? The Blu-ray?
Not Blu-ray. There was something that was before, after videotapes.
Yeah.
There was like a higher quality before we went to DVDs. What was it called?
I don't know. I thought it went. I remember doing VHS to that Blu-ray, which was limited, and then to like DVD.
Y'all see how they technologically locked this out? They were selling them Blu-rays like it was microwaves before.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Then they dropped to like $20. Nobody was buying them. Laserdisc. Here we go. Wasted Space said Laserdisc. Right before videotapes, they had Laserdisc. Okay, like right after
and that was right, and that was like short-lived. What happened later?
Very short-lived.
Huh?
Like a lot of rap careers.
Yeah.
Speaking about short-lived, while we're here on the career, Diddy has more allegations. Just look it up. I don't even got to tell you to look it up. Someone feels somewhere something happened. 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, just more things come out. So hopefully he gets his Halloween dish and wherever he is.
You know what's interesting? Someone emailed me this morning and they were like, wow, someone I knew like 8-9 years ago, how are you, blah, blah, blah. And then, wow, all that stuff you told me about Diddy and those parties and stuff was right. We used to have debates about this stuff. And I was like, you don't know what you're talking about. I work in this industry. Trust me when I tell you some funny shit that guan. All right. And I had my own experience going to a penthouse party some years ago, early on in my career in the industry. And I was like, oh, this is exactly what my other friend was telling me about. This is that vibe. Let me get up out of here. It was wicked fun.
There's only one time, VPR, I got invited to a party where I was skeptical of things.
Yeah.
I was like, this is pretty dim lit. The hors d'oeuvres or hors d'oeuvre, they were passing out a little bit more wine than I was comfortable with. And I was younger, but I was aware to know that I don't like wine. So I'm watching everybody partake in things. I'm just like, I look to my left and I asked my man that I came with, and I was like, yo, what kind of party is this? He's just like, it's a soiree of sorts. And I'm like, I'm gonna soiree out of here, bro.
Let me get
in the middle of like it was like a basement kind of. It was a nice base. It was one of them rich people basements. You know what I mean? In the middle of Brooklyn, in the little nice houses like that, with the Huxtables and shit.
That's how it goes.
So yeah, and I was just like, I'm out of here. It's a little bit too dim lit for me, man. I don't know what you're trying to lay down here, but it's not laying down with me.
So let me tell you about the intro to mine, because you know me, you've known me for a long time. A lot of places I just go solo, right? Because I'll also move from one thing to another.
Yeah.
And so this is a night I came out, you know, to mingle and stuff. And
Exit
first of
stage
all,
left.
this was a penthouse. So I took some pictures and everything. I mingled with some people, but I got the hell up out of here. Person number one that was walking in front of me, a young, beautiful model, had on a tutu with no panties on. And I know this because we were going up a winding staircase to get to the
Before
penthouse.
Sexy Red, y'all.
I was like, what in the world is going on here? So then some older man asked me, kind of like you with the swirl, so what do you do? And I was like, oh, I'm a publicist. And he was like, but what do you do?
Woo!
I'm a publicist. And walked off. I was like, yeah, time to get up out of here or things get a little strange.
Yo, you know, he's a face full of cheeks. Goddamn. He was looked up and with a face full of cheeks. Waste of space. Shout out to you on the early check-in. We got everybody here super early. You know, I'm always on the internet seeing things that fascinate me, and this one pushed me. Ladies, don't take my head off. But today, we got to speak on some of the malarkey, because not a lot of times we get to catch the buffoonery in person, right? So, Finesse two-time has someone pregnant, and he was taking care of a child. But what captivated me, VPR, is the response from the young lady. Even though the kid wasn't his, and he came to find out, she said it was a blessing in disguise because I didn't like him anyway, and I was looking forward to leaving him. So, you know, I'm glad God, help me not deal with him. I'm like, wow.
Didn't do that
on social media. That's
I just wanted to say the accountability is at an all-time level.
I didn't know. I know what I did with that person, and I knew that in my mind, I'm like, okay, so this is my nigga baby, like this, you know, this Rick baby. I'm not down that in my mind because I know what happened with, you know, the other person I was dealing with. So yeah, it's just a lot that's on my mind that I'm trying to hold back.
VPR, I'm not.
So anyway, that's what I meant when I said I didn't know when he texted me, because when he texted me the DNA test, he texted me that before his mama went live. I mean, before his mama posted that and did all that. He had already sent it to me.
It's too much, VPR. It's too early.
Damn, a lot, yo.
Grab your coffee. Grab your L.
I didn't name my baby
a coffee roll.
Thinking that this is your. You know, I didn't.
I got enough. I got enough of the film.
Thank you.
Now, VPR, I bring that up here because I know we have a conversations, and it's always men versus women, and I don't want to get into that. That's not for me to get here today. But I just want to get into accountability before anything else. When I seen her rebuttal to the man finding out and taking care of this child for like a year, 2 years or whatever.
Wow.
She was like, oh, I'm glad he found out because, you know, I didn't want to be with him, this, that. But the money was good, though. The lifestyle was good. The money was good until he took time out to go check, man.
Right.
What's going on, Rockstar Ricky in the chat?
Having unprotected sex with him, right? You weren't saying you didn't want to be with him then. So I mean, just like you said, it's a lack of accountability, and even this whole like, let's bring everything to social media. She said before his mama posted that, I'm 6 people's mama. I can't imagine something going left and me being like, oh, check this out. Like that is so.
Why am I going online instead of hitting the person that I'm dealing with up, man? Right. That's my thing, chat. Tell me if that's corny. You know what I mean? I just had a video up here, Finesse two-time baby mother, or what we thought was his baby mother. She finessed him for like a year, 2 years she finessed him 2 times. And then she said, you know what? I'm happy he found out he wasn't the father. Corny. And it was a blessing that God sent me. I'm like, you couldn't have told a blessing at the beginning when you thought it wasn't his? Right. That's all VPR, man. Crazy, Ricky. Ladies be out here just doing the most sometimes, man. And men too. That's all I want to get to this morning. Facts. All right. So we locked in here. I'm going to look at the time on my watch, man. It's 3 minutes past what I wanted to bring the voice of East New York up here to the platform. They should make her pay him back. Bianca, that's
facts. Yeah, I completely agree.
And Kiana, what I hate is too, a lot of people come to their senses after the child's here. Like, if you're going to be laying down with a man named Finesse two-time, not a knock on him and his brand because he built the brand for himself. Ladies, be a little bit more aware, man. You know what I'm saying? But enough of that. VPR, we are here. It's early Thursday in the morning. It's 11 a.m., 11:33 to be exact. I'm sitting here with Kiana the Goddess with the most. and I'm getting ready to bring Voice ENY. He stands for the Voice of East New York to the stage.
Yes,
everybody, what's going on?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we
Loud
can
and
hear
clear,
you.
loud and clear.
Good morning. Good morning. Blessings to y'all all. Shout out to my boy Jeff and Ma. Shout out to you, Queen, for having this interview.
Absolutely. Shout out to Brooklyn. Brooklyn, stand up. We love it.
Yeah, and you know what? And I want to take the time out too. Big shout out to YVS. Big shout out to Hit the Beat. You know what I mean? Big Breeze. This is one of the head artists here at the label. He's been doing his thing 3 years on tour. I'm not going to talk too much.
Welcome.
I'm going to let Kiana kick it off and Voice. Let them know how you feeling today.
I'm feeling great. Hit the Beat Entertainment. That's my family. We've been on tour for good years. You feel me? 3 years locked in.
Nice.
And we outside turning up. We show love to the artists. I'm the hottest host you can have. You feel me? I hype up everybody.
I love it. So I've heard a lot about you, and I know that you've been working with FMI, but I want to delve into everything. I really want to kind of dig deep today and not just go so surface. I want to know about what made you start creating music. I want to know where it comes from within you, like what your process is. And then I want to know about what kind of legacy you're looking to build through your music.
Well, I started making music like my whole life, honestly. I was like 9 years old, trying to play with my mom's stereo, you feel me? And honestly, I just wanted to become a rapper because that was the only way for me to express my feelings, honestly. So I didn't want to argue with people, so I just went in my room and wrote raps. It used to be whack when I was 9. Trust me, I wasn't nice. But I used to always be like, I could do this. And then one minute I hopped in the booth, 2014, and I was just like, I could do this. And that's where it started. And I just kept doing it until I had my hottest single.
Let me hear your whack rap. Like one, I know you memorize a lot. I want to hear one of your whack raps from when you were 9. One of your start out. Give me a bar from 9 years old.
I mean, I was rapping about Blades, Let It Rip, Pokemon. You hear me?
Let it rip.
Mom sent me in my room because I'm acting bad. Feel me? Like Soulja Boy, I'ma do the dash. You feel me? It was just more like trying to put something together. Like, all right,
I love it.
I want to do this. Ain't nothing too crazy.
So, let me butt in real quick and ask a question. You started rapping in 2014. That was the first time you stepped into the studio, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Was Voice ENY the first name you came up with as an artist, or was there a few iterations before that?
Nah, it wasn't always Voice ENY. It was J Suave, J Suave to be exact, but people pronounce it as J Suave.
J Suave. Why J Suave though? You're not gonna get into that?
No.
Honestly, my mom's called me Jay. Like that was like my fake nickname in the house. But my grandmother called me Suave. That was like my fake nickname in her house. So I just put those two together and just made J Suave. Honestly.
So did J Suave match your music? Were you on like some LL, you know what I'm saying, vibes with the J Suave, or you were on some?
Honestly, from where I grew up at, you feel me? It was not too much of like switch up. Everybody was doing the same type of music, you feel me? So I grew up in the drill culture. I was not into different cultures until later on in life, like where I was like, you know what, this drill's not paying. It's getting boring. So I try to express myself to go into different flows, you feel me? Then I found something I really like. Like I'm more of a ladies man, you feel me? And Batman voices don't attract the ladies. So that's what my mom always used to tell me. So I was just like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna do something different. That's what it was, honestly.
You said, all right, people, my bad, Kiana. You said people where you're from was making drill. Where are you from?
East New York.
Let them know where you're from. What block? What were you doing?
I'm from East New York, you feel me? I was a basketball player. I'm from East New York. Like, I'm basically from the borderline of East New York. So people might call it Brownsville, then people might call it East New York. So where I was living is if I cross the street, I'm in Brownsville. If I cross the other street, I'm in East New York. So therefore, I'm on the borderline of East New York. So I'm more of East New York and Brownsville, like in between them. But I'm more East New York because that's where I lived my whole life. I lived on Snedeker, you feel me? 739, right behind Pennsylvania behind the projects. You feel me? Then the projects up there by it's Plaza. You feel me? In Brownsville. Behind me is Linden in different projects. You feel me? So basically, I was by the house area in East New York, and behind me was the projects, and in front of me was Brownsville. So
right. So for y'all that really know New York, and especially the original New York, right? Like New York City, not the in gentrification process or the post gentrification. You know, East New York and Brownsville, Brooklyn. You already know what's up, right? Like so.
Yeah.
He had to be real every time he stepped out the house. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
I had to be real. It had to be real. Every time I stepped out the house, you had to be real. You had to be like, Burger King is Brownsville. You know what I mean? But Popeyes is East New York. You understand?
Yo, if you know, you know.
Choose
like,
wisely.
You gotta choose wisely. Like you ask the cops, like the cops stop you, they're gonna be like, I arrested him in East New York. When goddamn well my house is actually like across the street. Like that's East. No, I arrested you in Brownsville, sir. I'm like, I was like, what? I was in East New York. No, you wasn't. You was on the other side. That's where I arrested you at.
So you
that's
saying,
like when I lived in Ridgewood. It was right on the border of Queens across the street, Brooklyn across the street.
OD.
Nah, for real though.
Yeah. All right. So we sit back. We know you're from East New York, right? Mm-hmm. But who said you're the voice of East New York? East New York's it's a big place, man. And for you to say you're the talk of the town and to claim this place, what gives you the right?
All right, what I say is what gives me the right. Honestly, when I came up with the East New York, right, the East New York name, like voice ENY, at first it didn't click to like just being East New York. It standed for East niggas only. You feel me? East Coast people only. You feel me? Because I'm from the East Coast. So I'm gonna say like ENY stands for East New York too. You feel me? So there's mad meanings behind my name. So I said it because I was confident in myself. Because where I'm from, nobody makes it out and be on the radio. Most of us is dead, or we make it in the industry and become dead. So I would say like I'm the only one that ever switched it up. Honestly, everybody's still doing the same thing from 2013, and they fell off. And I'm the only one that ever got where I'm at with it. You feel me? Where I'm showing love to everybody, and I don't got problems with too many people. You feel me? So I just show love to everybody. I'd rather have my whole hood come together. Some people don't want to do that.
And I want to delve further into that because we talk about that all the time, right? Like hip hop is one of the most dangerous games to get into. You know what I'm saying? Like you can literally be putting your life on the line based on what you say, who you interact with, and how things go. So I would love to know, based on the fact that we have had so many young artists that were on the come up. I mean, Pop Smoke, right? Like imagine where he would have been today. You understand? Like, look where his music is still going. And we see that too often. And these guys are so young and have a life, so, you know, that's so bright ahead of themselves. What do you feel that you are doing different to showcase to these young artists that are behind you, that are coming up behind you, right? Because you're going to get older. In 3 years, you might have a different frame of mind. What is it that you want to portray to these artists? And when it comes to not just the longevity of their music, but safety, right? And showing the love. What is it that you're looking to create?
All right, this is what I'm trying to create: a safe environment. You understand me? Like a safe environment. Just because you're from where you from does not mean you gotta rap about where you from. You understand me? Just because you got problems, right, don't mean that you have to put that in your music. You feel me? You could rap about 100 different things. You could rap about your future. You could rap 100, like how you went to school. You feel me? You could rap about what you used to be. Like some people be like, I'd rather portray myself to be a killer, right? And we all know where killer music get us. You feel me? It don't get us nowhere. You feel me? Like you don't get paid. You don't play that. They're not playing that on the radio. But you put out an R&B record now talking about how good a girl looks now. It's on the radio for months and years. Like, oh, he made the biggest record, right? But he's the biggest gangster in his hood. But guess what though? Being gangster don't pay. Being gangster don't move your mother out the hood. So what I'm saying is, right? If you gangster does not mean that you have to show everybody you gangster. Because what if you have to go to work? You're gonna be like, and you see somebody that don't like you, you're gonna be a gangster too. You have $1 million job, so you're gonna jump back into being a gangster instead of doing your job. That's where people get twisted at.
VPR, we never hear the parallel from hearing it from a younger act Normally, when we bring artists to our platform, they speak about it vaguely, but he's speaking about it from a young man's mindset. But I'm glad the way he's approaching it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Wasted Space for the culture. Tron, Powers of Protection. It's a lot of people in the chat showing you love right now. Voice writing everything to you. So you got to keep looking at that. But I'm glad you're putting that. Yeah, they showing moving very smart. They're saying you moving smart and not stupid. Yeah. So they're loving you in the chat right now. So I'm glad we're seeing that duality of hip hop now, where even the younger acts can sit here and have a conversation and be aware of where they're gauging their music. And he said something about an R&B record. And I got a record here from you that's on your YouTube that I do want to bring up here, Voice. So this record is called As Your Friend. And I'm not even going to let you talk about the record. I want to talk about the record after. I need everybody in the chat to listen. This is As Your Friend by Voicey and Y. Hit the beat. Tell me how you feeling in the chat about this record.
Why I gotta wait? Why you acting fake? I ain't tryna pull up and yell at you. Why I gotta wait? Why you acting fake? I ain't tryna pull up and stun you. Why I gotta wait? Why you acting fake? I ain't tryna pull up and yell at you. Why I gotta wait? Why you acting fake? I ain't tryna pull up and stun you. Girl, you need to know your worth. After friend, I keep it a buck with you. Why you keep on laying and fuck you? Niggas need to spin it back to touch you. If they say forever, girl, you better change that. Let me quit you where the ball is at. If you need an outfit for your date, I could really drive you to H&M. Why you gotta wait? Why you acting fake? I ain't tryna pull up and yell at you. Why I gotta wait? Why you acting fake? I ain't tryna pull up and stun you. Why I gotta wait? Why you acting fake? I ain't tryna pull up and yell at you. Why I gotta wait? Why you acting fake? I ain't tryna pull up and stun you.
All right, VPR. I need y'all in the chat that been rocking with me. Let me know how you feeling. Let me stop the song. I got it playing in the back. All right, VPR. Let me know how you feeling in the chat. He's talking to the ladies. He's the voice of East New York. All right. He's crowned himself the voice of East New York. Kiana, after that record, how are you feeling, Kiana? Let's get your breakdown. Kiana,
yes, sir. I want to know why I gotta wait.
Why you gotta pull up and yell?
I gotta pull up.
So tell me some of the influences behind that record.
All right, so the influence. All right, so boom. Like when I made that record, that's just for the ladies. You feel me? That always get heartbroken. You feel me? And you need a good friend. Every female need a male friend. You feel me? Because there's a lot of people that be like, oh, females and males can never be friends. You feel me? But as a friend, I ain't trying to pull up and yell at you. You feel me? Because everybody else is yelling at you like, why you dating him? You feel me? Why you doing this to him? Why you want to chill with him? You feel me? And how I feel is like, you need to know your worth. You feel me? Why you keep on letting him fuck you? You feel me? Not to curse. You feel me? But
I'll drop you at H&M if you need something.
Yeah, I was hearing that bar.
Exactly. I'll drop you at H&M if you need something.
Right.
H&M got the deals. I heard they got the deals.
He better be spending some money on you. You feel me? You can't just ask her head if you ain't gonna spend her, like if you're not spending on her needs, if you're not helping her kids out, if you can't drop her kids to school, if you can't get her nails done. So why are you talking to her?
You better you doing young man.
Yeah, he's doing grown man things. He's putting out his record. You're doing grown man things, man.
Right. Well, whilst putting out hit records. I love it.
Okay. So right behind us, I know we got the Taliban's record, but now is the time where I like to speak with the artists and to see some of your influences. I know you said Soulja Boy earlier, but tell me some of your influences that you heard growing up. What was the first artist that made you want to step in the booth?
First artist that made me want to step in the booth. I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, it was underground artists like Chef G, A Boogie. Honestly, A Boogie is one. Feel me? A Boogie is one of them. J.I.'s like the third one. Feel me? But when I first started, I told you I was doing drill music. So my first drill rapper was basically Young Liddy from Franklin, Brooklyn. Like, undergrounds like Young Liddy, Leaf L, RP Leaf L's, and G's Gasoline. Who else? Who else was rapping back then? Yeah, my mans and them, my people around me, everybody that was rapping around me. Most likely.
A lot of people from your neighborhood they partake in hip hop, but mostly the drill scene. Is that what I'm getting a sense for? Because I really want to get an understanding of the music and where you guys are creating from and some of the trials that you guys face in your life to create some of these songs.
All right, so we had like different ages of groups, you feel me? So most of us, when we growed up, right? You know how they always say the young generation always take over, right? We started doing our own thing because most of us wasn't that good at bars. You understand me? Most of us wasn't good at making, oh yeah, like Eminem, like, you feel me? Like, some people was battle rappers back then when we was growing up. Like in Brownsville, a lot of us was battle rappers. A lot of us was dancers, you feel me? And the most, where they had the most rappers at was Best Style, you feel me? Because you got to cross with Marcy, you feel me? That's where all the rappers used to rap.
I see what you did there when the comment popped up when you seen that. That shit me Best Style, baby.
You feel me? Mostly it was Best Style, you feel me? So most of the time, Best Style would come to East New York, and we would go to BRC, Brownsville Community Center, stay in the middle circle. Most of us would be bars. Me, I used to be like playing basketball. I used to listen to bars. I used to be like, damn, I can't do that. You feel me? Like, I could make my little 1-2 bop. You feel me? I used to always be like, nah, he talking, but I can't do what he do. But I'm gonna do my own thing. So now us kids used to be like, all right, let's do something else. We like Jersey beats, you know, shout out to Jersey. So most of us like Jersey beats. Most of us like dissing each other. Like, if we did something in school to somebody, it was play around, you feel me? And then it became for real. Because after the years get older, a lot of people like, nah, you ain't about to tell me how you gave me a wedgie. You bugging out, you feel me?
Yo, that's real shit though. So, that's when I was a kid. Not anymore, man.
You bugging out, you feel me? Some people really grew up with, like, so now, before the drill scene got violent, it used to be fun. It used to be fun to say, I killed such and such in basketball for the money. It used to be fun. So now it was not fun no more. After people grew up, it was like, nah. I want to portray I'm a gangster. You can't do that. Now I really want to fight you. You feel me? So now that's what made it whack. So it's like, nah. But a lot of us did it for fun. A lot of us, rapping wise, like my favorite rapper, like rapper, I would say Biggie Smalls. You feel me? That was somebody I was listening to, like, growing up in the house, playing house music. And since my family is Haitian and French and mixed with Jamaican, Guyanese, feel me? I was listening to Vibes Cartel, sometimes Haitian, feel me? Haitian music. Some compa, you feel me? It's like you feel me? Some compa. So I would say, like, yeah, you feel me? I was into every culture, honestly, and every culture of music, honestly. I liked it everything that made me dance. I like dancing. Feel me? If you know me in real life, you know I like dancing. I've been dancing since I was.
So you're not just an artist, you're an entertainer. Like, tell me about your transition from here we are having a conversation to Voice E&Y being on stage. What does that look like?
Man, like, being on stage, like, it's just a different feeling. Like, before, I never used to do big stages. You understand me? So I used to perform in low key spots, like where nobody would never hear you. You won't even see somebody from the radio station come. I used to perform in restaurants as BK Lobsters in Flatbush. You feel me? Me and a couple artists used to perform there. You understand me? And used to think that, yo, we got some hit records. No matter if it was mixed or not. You understand me? I used to come there with voice memos. You understand me? And do my thing. So
we know with y'all young artists, man. Come on, son.
Not the voice memos for crying out loud, yo.
Like, I know y'all could get away with it on the Bluetooth speaker, but not in the club.
I'm telling you, we used to talk about this all the time.
Listen, but we couldn't get in the clubs because most of us probably didn't have the funds for it. Most of us probably wasn't like 21 plus yet. You understand me? So a lot of us would be at BK Lobsters, you feel me?
You work with what you could work with while you
work with, and then and then we tag the famous people that's really in the clubs. You feel me? We tag them like, yo, come on now, I can't get a chance. Like, do I have to have 1 million followers to get a chance? Like, do I have to?
Right. Go to the heart of it all, right? Like,
yeah, and that's the difference that I like. You see, they're gonna go straight to the big fish and not beat around the bush, and I could like that about the young generation. Yeah, they're gun ho. But at least they're gonna go for what they want, and they're not gonna take no for an answer. I give them that.
Nah, but you know what's beautiful too is that we're living in an era where you can do that, right? Like 20 years ago, celebrities weren't touchable. You couldn't tag them on social media. That wasn't happening. So being able to use your talent and your gift and then hit these people directly, right? Like, that's how you get opportunities. That's how you get a chance, and you go from BK Lobster to the biggest clubs and to being on tour. for 3 years. You feel me?
And voice. You have hit a lot of stages, but I do want to sit up here and ask you. We're running a little bit short on time, but what has been the biggest stage for you and the most memorable experience during this musical journey?
Okay.
Take off that video back there.
The biggest experience, right, was with you and Hit the Beat. I ain't gonna lie. We was in Manhattan, right? They was training me before we walked in the building. It was on some, your voice, we know you're the hottest, right? But I need you to be focused, you feel me? I need you to forget everything else and really be in business mode, you feel me? And I used to always ask, like, what do you mean? Ain't we in a business mode every day? And they like, no, voice. I need you to get in tie and suit business mode, you feel me? And really listen and work the room. And Big Breeze, shout out to Big Breeze, Hit the Beat Entertainment himself, feel me? He used to call me every day. You understand me? Putting me on stage, he called me every day. Like, yo, you're not, this is what you don't say on the mic. This is what you do say on the mic, what you don't say on the mic. And FMI used to be like, you don't be too loud. Don't be too loud. Maybe I still got that little problem, you feel me? But I still love him, you feel me? I still love him. You understand me? I'm keeping it in bed. But guess what? At the end of the night, everybody has fun at our events. You feel me? Everybody has fun.
So we are getting questions. Yeah, we are getting questions. Go ahead. Bianca Simone has says, what advice would you give up-and-coming rappers about navigating contracts? I have a friend who started back in the day. He was in Uptown Kicking It video. He did music for a movie and never got paid. So what advice would you give up-and-coming rappers about navigating contracts, boy? CNY?
Okay, this is what I'm going to tell you because I signed the contract that I had to get my mother to take me out of it. You understand me? But what I would tell you is don't sign nothing without a lawyer present, without a manager or a lawyer present. You understand me? Like, if you don't, because listen, these contracts is there to set you up. They're not there to make you feel better. They're not there to be your friends. These guys are looking for an opportunity. You feel me? They looking for an opportunity. They looking for an opportunity anywhere to be like, you know what? I gotcha. You feel me? Now you ain't going nowhere. You feel me? They would take your record. They would put somebody else on it. They would take your records from somewhere. And what I will tell him is if he copyrighted his stuff, that wouldn't happen, that he would never got paid. He had to copyright himself. You feel me? You got to copyright your stuff. Like, really, ask cap it. You feel me? Ask cap it. Go through distribution, websites. You feel me? Copyright your stuff. Everything got to be copyrighted. Before you want to get in this music game, everything got to be copyrighted.
And Bianca, also ask him if he did any sort of split sheet. Like, sometimes when it comes to music placement, there's actually money, even in ASCAP and BMI, that they're just sitting on. Royalties for a check. Like, he might have checks that he hasn't been collecting because
you see Nelly and the St. Lunatics right now. Right. 30 million up, Diamond. And most of them records be written by a few of them in the group. They ain't seen them checks. And now look at it, years later.
Years later. But if he copyright his stuff from years later, he probably would get paid now. You feel me? Exactly. All he needs to do is get a lawyer and have exactly. That's all he needs.
And you said the gem, which was have a lawyer. Don't sign any contract. Don't think that you understand the legalities. Don't, get tempted by the money that they put in front of you, because you might have to pay it all back by the time you finish signing that contract. And you don't know that you signed that, right? Like, stop it.
That's a fact. You're not even... Voice. So we got Wasted Spade before you get up out of here. I know you take your time. Wasted Spade is asking, when is y'all next Hit the Beat event? Please let them know that all the Hit the Beat events are lined up.
October 30th, the biggest Halloween penthouse event. October 30th. Your host, Voicey and Y, the hottest DJ in the city, DJ FMI. Come on, man. If you don't know who this man is, I don't know what y'all doing. My son be up on his feet for hours mixing it. You want to know why you sound so good? It's because of that man. You understand me? And listen, if you want to know, right? I'm going to tell y'all, everybody on this live, if you want to know about all our events, follow at Hit the Beat ENT on Instagram. Follow YNVS DJ FMI. Follow your host, Voice ENY. You will know all our events. And tag these artists, y'all. We ready to change the careers. We not playing around. And we outside. Honestly.
I like that. Kiana.
Outside.
I want to close out with the record, but Kiana, you have any questions or you want to close out an amazing interview with Voice and Why?
Hi, David. Thank you for watching from Texas. No,
What's up, David?
I'm very impressed, especially as a young man and you coming up in this game. It seems like you've already extrapolated so much wisdom. And I want to wish you continuous success. I know we're going to have you back. You're already part of the family. This just happens to be our first time meeting, but it obviously will not be the last. And I can't wait to come and see you on stage.
Oh, I'm seeing you October 30th.
Yes, sir.
Oh, really?
Let's do it.
I can't wait to see the costumes, y'all. Oh God, I can't wait.
Mama's doing it this year.
Hit the V asked me what's your favorite song you made?
And we're gonna let this rock out. VPR, thank y'all for tuning in, of course. This is Voice and Why as your friend.
Why I gotta wait? Why you acting fake? I ain't tryna pull up and stun you. Girl, you need to know your worth. Rather for that, keep it a buck of truth. Why you keep on laying and fuck you? Niggas need to spin it back to touch you. If they say forever, girl, you better change that. Let me point you where the ball is at. If you need an outfit for your date, I could really drive you to H&M. Why you gotta wait? Why you acting fake? I ain't tryna pull up and yell at you. Why I gotta wait? Why you acting fake? I ain't tryna pull up and stun you. Why I gotta wait? Why you acting fake? I ain't tryna pull up and yell at you. Why I gotta wait? Why you acting fake? I ain't tryna pull up and stun you. Girl, you need to know your worth. Rather for that, keep it a buck of truth. Why you keep on laying and fuck you? Niggas need to spin it back to touch you. If they say forever, girl, you better change that. Let me point you where the bull is at. If they say forever, girl, you better change that. Let me point you where the bull is at. I go do shit too. Sure to get mad if she gon' do what she do. I'm in this spot getting litty dancing, bitch.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Before I end this, hit the V ask me, y'all. What's my favorite song I ever made, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Let's Be For Real by Voice ENY. That's one of my hottest. That's what opened the doors up for me. Shout out to DJ Juicy, you feel me? Before I met Hit the Beat, I was rocking with Juicy, you feel me? And then I ended up going to a showcase by Shammy Best Our Baby, y'all. I will never forget this day.
Yes,
I moved to Staten Island, ran into Shammy, right? I'm rapping with my headphones in, right?
Huh.
He seen me, right? I'm rapping, but you know how you rapping out loud, but you on your phone rapping out loud? Shammy pulled out my headphones, and I wanted to smack him so bad, like, yo, bro. Then he said, yo, bro, you ever heard about Hit the Beat? That was nice. I'm like, what's Hit the Beat? You heard? He like, let me take you. Next day, he texts my number. Drop the Addy. So now I go see how Hit the Beat does it. Yo, when I tell you they had a bunch of people, like my favorite rappers growing up was there. Like, I'm like, nah, bro. And then I'm like, that's crazy. Then I just kept bothering Hit the Beat. I'm like, you bugging.
You started trolling?
I'll bother you.
No, ask him. He'll tell you. I was trolling him for days and weeks, you heard?
I love it.
I was like, what you need me to do? You want me to pick up this bag and walk in with it?
I love it. Yo,
that's a hustle. And that's what people don't get. And he's been on tour for 3 years with that.
For real. Yo, I love that though. The consistency, the persistence, right? It got you here, and like, look where you are and continuously growing. So I love it. And shout out to you, FMI. I cannot shout you out enough because you are so on top of all of this, and just, New York, obviously from a hip hop perspective, is always going to be on the map, but you're taking it to a whole different level. And we've worked together with independent artists for so long. I love to see the independent circuit doing what it needs to be doing and getting the love. And, I'm just so proud of you for that, bro. And I want to just express my gratitude because you are phenomenal. I can't even physically do what you do every single day because I have a million other things. So
we bring it together at the end of the day.
For both of us, bro.
I tried DJing one time. I said, nope, not again, DJ FMI.
There you go.
Not again. I can't do what you do, FMI. Look,
I want to say big shout out to you, Voice. Big shout out to you, Kiana. Big shout out to Breeze and everyone that tunes in here at VPR Radio. Waste of Spade, Powers on Protection, Tron, Bianca, Velvet. There's a lot of people that tune in here. Thank you guys.
Law in the chat. We got so many people here on Instagram. Shout out to all of you guys.
Good, everybody was shaking.
Well, we got to get you back on the show. Davion, we had him on last week. We love to see you guys here. It's just such a joy to do this every Thursday, truly.
Thank you, guys. We're wrapping up this episode. Big shout out to Voicey and Y for gracing the VPR stage.
Man,
An
shout
amazing
out to
interview.
y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man, for having the hottest host in the city, the hottest artist in the city. You feel me? Guess what?
Appreciate you, man.
October 30th, we outside. I'm gonna see everybody. VPR Radio, follow them, subscribe to them. You know what's going on. It's a great episode. Shout out to y'all in the comments. Shout out to Hit the Beat Entertainment. Shout out to everybody from the tri-state. Shout out to For the Culture, Mel Gear. We outside. I love y'all that support me. I support y'all. And don't be afraid to hit me up. You feel me? I'm a fun vibes. You feel me?
That's right. Start trolling him like he was trolling FMI, y'all. Go for it.
Listen, I'm forever going to troll FMI. We gonna have mentions next to each other. I'm letting y'all know this right now. I'm gonna be like, FMI, can I have a pool party in your pool? We gonna be like, we got a pool. I'm like, we having an event. It's a Hit the Beat event.
The viewers went back up. That's so crazy. I'm watching it real time. The viewers going back up. That's wild.
Listen,
shout out to everybody even tuning in.
I love y'all that's tuning in. I love y'all. Please like and comment and share this video. Follow everybody here. Follow the queen. Follow the kings. We outside. You understand me? We is outside. I love y'all.
We'll see you guys next Thursday. Make sure you follow Voice and Canada Goddess. It's been DJ FMI. I'll talk to you guys later.
See you later, everybody.